Hello YouTube, my name is Anthony Coons. I live in Cookeville, Tennessee. Today is September 3rd, 2009. It's Thursday. Today I just wanted to make a small comment or suggestion, basically my opinion on something. As you can see on my uniform here, I'm a CNA, that's my primary income. And yes, for those who watch my videos, I do mobile DJ work off to the side when I can get a gig. And I'll kind of lay this out to you. One, as a CNA for 3 years, I've worked in a hospital, I've worked in nursing homes, I have worked for a hospice company, and for the last year, and probably about a year and a half, I have worked in the home health sector, which would be private duty or SIT or whatever you want to call it. And then now on the side, as an extra income, when I can get it, I'll do little mobile DJ work, which I love doing. Now I'm going to go over how the pay works. For one, to give you a comparison, the man who picks up the trash down the road that I live on gets, I think he said $12.50 an hour to pick up trash. Okay, we have charter cable and internet and telephone here, and the guys that work there make about 17. Okay, I, as a CNA, I start a new job tonight with a different company because I get more hours. Get $10 an hour, and I get 36 hours a week, working 3 days a week, 12-hour shifts. My prior job that I worked yesterday and before, I made $13 an hour. That's fair, but I only got 20 hours a week, so I had to let that go for the more hours. I took a pay cut. I get more hours. It's a compromise. Life is a compromise. Okay, so and then while I work off to the side as a DJ, I average about $40 an hour, which isn't bad. If I got 40 hours a week, this would be the only way to go. But I don't. I get a gig back once every 2 weeks if I'm lucky. But putting all that aside, my gross income after my child, well, that ain't gross. My clear or net income after child support, my taxes come out, I actually get a check for $312 every 2 weeks is what I actually get after I've paid her. My ex-wife gets about what I get, just about, real close seems like. And between her and taxes, they get more than I get. Alright, so based on that, and my home is $600 a month, and I rent. I do have a girlfriend who works too. I have a car payment, just like anyone else. Thank God it's be paid for. Pray the Lord above it by April. Alright, this machine, my laptop here, it is paid for. The little stereo system you're probably seeing is paid for, and this is all paid for my DJ work, not my CNA income. It's okay. This is my side money that's paid for this. Okay, but if you're a CNA or you're one of the people who works in the healthcare field, but most people in healthcare do make a lot of money. However, CNAs on the other side don't, and we do have a lot of responsibility put on us. And I'm not just saying because I'm a CNA, but because my girlfriend's an LPN, and I hear about her day, and I know how my day went, and I'm thinking, what? And she makes twice what I make, and that's fine because she went to school for 2 years. But I'm going to school, and eventually I'll be a respiratory therapist. But in the meantime, until I get to that point, and for the last 3 years, I've been a CNA. And it's varied over a period of time, anywhere from $8.50 to $13 is the highest I've ever made per hour. But here's some small statistics. According to one website that I went to, I don't know what website, some kind of government website, the median income for the United States, I think it come up saying 48,000 something. I'm not going to get into petite stuff, but 48,000. The median income in the state of Tennessee is $37,000 per household. If anybody wants to take a guess at what I make a year, it's not near that. Matter of fact, I had a check stub here, which I don't think I have one. I made, so far this year, I have made right at $9,000. That is gross, mind you, this year. That $9,000 isn't figuring my child support that's come out of it and the taxes that's coming out of it, all the gas I'm using to drive to work, which starting tonight will be an hour drive one way to work. You figure all it up, then my check's $300 every 2 weeks, and it'll take a brain surgeon to figure it out. That's very low, but I have to do something. and keep my ex-wife off my back anyway. if you're a CNA and you feel like you're severely underpaid, which I'm sure most of you do, there's a lot of you out there. We're in hospitals, we're in nursing homes, we're in your hospitals, we're in the home health sector, we're in the private duty sector, and I'm sure it's different from state to state. But for here in Tennessee, and I've worked in different settings with different companies, it seems like you're severely underpaid for all the responsibility. For those of you who do not know what a CNA is, we bathe your family members when they need it. We make sure they're fed. If they're a bed-bound person, a person who can't get out of the bed, we make sure they're turned so they don't get wounds. We clean up after them, and I mean clean up. I mean if they have a bowel movement, they piss on themselves, we clean them up. That's our job. That's our responsibility, and that is part of the job title. But that's what we do for whatever it is we make an hour. When you've got the guy driving down the road here, all he does is picks up your bag of trash and throws it back in some big truck and drives on down and does the next one. And he's making more than you do, and you're responsible for a human life, and they're responsible for a bag of trash. Or if you take the charter guy, or even the satellite people, or I mean anybody that works in service field, and they're making that kind of money to do the little things that they do. And you're responsible for a human being, a life. If you don't feed them, they starve. If you don't turn them, they get bed sores. Then here in Tennessee, TennCare's, here the last couple of years, we've had a lot of financial issues with keeping people with affordable health care. And we've had many geriatric or older people that probably really, really needed the health care lose their home health to get dropped down to a nursing home. If you've ever worked in a nursing home, know anything about a nursing home, I've worked in one, and I worked third shift at a place, and never was there more than 4 CNAs there. Very rare. I think the most I ever had on one shift was 5, with a facility with 149 beds. Okay, you figure that up. You've got 4, maybe every now and then 5, which was extremely rare. 4 or 5 people. And a lot of times 3, and several times 3, trying to take care of that many people. What kind of care do you think they're possibly getting? Does TennCare really care? No, they don't care. That's not their mama or their daddy in there, or their son or their daughter in the nursing home. It's yours, and they put them in there because it's cheaper. As long as they can save $1, that's what's happening. If you're an older person now and you're sick and you can get home health, boy, you are lucky. They've cut it down now to where, if you're 21 and under, you're pretty much good to go. They can get you set up. But if you're over 21, which, think about it, we start having most of our health problems when we get older. So what they're going to do is all these years you've been paying taxes and Social Security and Medicare taxes and all, so then you finally get to the point in your life where you should be treated like a human being. And you get sick, for God forbid your health declines, they're going to stick you up in a nursing home. What kind of care do you think you're going to get? I've worked in a nursing home. I can tell you it's nothing spectacular. It's nothing anybody with any pride should put their parents in. But it is a severely underpaid profession. And any of you CNAs out there who have been doing this for a while, and you know what I'm talking about, do this somehow, find a way, go back to school. I've started going back to school, and it is expensive, and I understand that. If you're lucky, you can get a grant or a scholarship and save yourself some money and get you a better education, maybe get you a job you'd like to have that will make you some decent money. And for any of those who have comments, suggestions, or some comments regarding this particular topic, my email is simple, cnacoons@yahoo.com, and that's COONS, or email regular email at djsolutions@charter.net.